I was growing up in this small Czech town called Klatovy, living in a normal family with my mother, my father, and my grandmother, who we hadn't, though my father was leader of the Jewish community, it wasn't a very orthodox community. We had a choir, I think we had an organ. There was no kosher butcher in Klatovy, but we were a strong Jewish community. My mother came to meet me outside school. Now, that was so unusual because I always walked home with all my friends. I didn't need to be met at the age of 9 by my mother. But she took me to a little park across the road from the school, sat me down and said, "Look, Vera, we are not safe in this country anymore, but we can't get permission to leave. Not possible for us to leave. But we've heard that there is a man, and his name is Nicholas Winton, and he's an English gentleman, and he's sitting in a hotel in Prague, and he is making a list of children who have got places to go to in a country called England. And your father went to Prague and he managed to get Mr. Winton to arrange for you to be able to go on a train and to go to England and to be looked after until we can leave Czechoslovakia and come and join you. But you know, it may be very difficult for us to join you. So every family is sending or finding £50 for each child. And that money is there so that if we have to go to a different country, not England, you'll be able to join us. Wherever we are, we've sent the money with Mr. Winton, and he's got photographs, and he's going to arrange for children from Czechoslovakia to be able to go to England. Well, I didn't know what to think. I was scared. I knew my parents wouldn't be able to come with me, but I knew that I would be looked after. I didn't know what was going to happen, but you know, that was what would happen. So I got my autograph and I took it to my nurse, who was now back in her own village, went there and she signed and wrote my autograph. My school friends wrote in my autograph, got ready, said goodbye, and then my mother and my father went to Prague, and we got to Prague station. And then they weren't allowed to come on the platform. All the families had to stand behind barriers where there were guards, and the children alone got onto the trains. And I can remember, I didn't know any other child on the train. I didn't know what was happening, but all the children, I could see us all leaning out of the windows, looking out, and our parents stood behind these barriers. They were waving white handkerchiefs, and we leant out of the window and waved to them. And I didn't know that would be the last time that I would ever see any of my family alive. I didn't know that. But a strange thing happened. I can tell you that I don't remember anything of the journey until I was in Liverpool Street Station. So there's this journey throughout Germany, Holland, boat, Hook of Holland, going by boat to Harwich, then going by train to Liverpool Street. All that's complete blank in my mind. I just remember waving goodbye, and my next memory is of this dark, dirty, sooty station, you know, no electric trains, all coal trains, smutty, and all these children sitting in rows, waiting, and announcements in a language I couldn't understand one word of, and children being collected. And I can remember sitting there, Liverpool Street Station, being very frightened, completely bewildered, wondering, is anybody coming for me? What's going to happen to me? And not understanding anything of what was going on around me.